Thanks for coming back for part 2, everybody. If you missed the first episode, go back, check it out, come back and watch it. We just caught up to this rider in the yellow after a devastating crash and come back. Let's see what happens. When I did catch up to this guy, I sat in for a little bit behind him because I was totally wore out. I thought maybe I could get around this guy on this long climb, but he put out a monster effort too, so I just sat in. This is the longest climb on this course at Potato Creek, and it's a brutal one if you've ever done it. We get into a little traffic here. At this point, I had recovered enough to actually start thinking about strategy again. And I was trying to think about how many riders are still ahead of us. I tried to rack my brain to think about how many more places we had to make up. This is a tough climb here with all the ruts. When we came into this open section of the forest, I was hoping to be able to see some other riders through the trees to see how close they were to us, how far back we were, but I couldn't see anybody. Here I decided to ask if I could pass him on the left here.
Let's go, we can do it. One ahead. Well, let's reel him in.
Right then, he said, one ahead. I couldn't believe it. There was only one ahead. It took me a minute to register what he had said, but I didn't know how far ahead he was. He was nowhere in sight. At this point, I had a surge of confidence, and I knew that if I could chase down the lead rider, I stood a chance of winning this. Yes, I caught up to him. I couldn't believe it. My effort had paid off. Now was not the time to panic, though. I had to calm myself down, recover some, and try to think about the strategy for the rest of the race. We were right at the end of the first lap. Since he was just ahead of me, I decided to take a steady pace to shorten the gap between the two of us because I was afraid that if I went too hard, I wouldn't have anything left if it came down to a sprint at the end of this race. I tried to focus on being smooth and carrying my speed through the turns. We came into a little traffic here from a rider from a different category. I was trying to be patient, trying to gain a few seconds here and there. My strategy was paying off. The gap was shortening. I had caught up to him through this technical section. I was feeling great. I decided to prepare to pass him here around the corner. I couldn't believe it. I was in first place. But could I hold on to this lead? We still had a lot of racing left to go. My heart was pounding, the sweat was rolling down my face as I tried to calm my mind. The thoughts of doubt creep into my head that you're gonna crash again, you're not good enough. You've gone too hard, you're gonna blow up. You won't have anything left at the end of the race. This was all for nothing. I quickly pushed those thoughts from my head. I leaned in and told myself, this is what you trained for, all the time you've spent. Shut off your brain and let your body do the work. It can take you the distance. The only thing stopping me from this win was myself. So I doubled down, leaned into it, and put in the effort. As I entered this climb for the last time, I started to feel the effects of the effort from the day. I started to lose control at the top of this hill and went into the bushes. I was shaken but able to regain composure, clip back in, and head off. I couldn't let any mess-ups like that happen again. Luckily, I had put enough gap between us that I didn't lose any time. After going over these rocks, somehow my hand hit my Wahoo cycling computer and it fell off my bike. Thankfully, somebody picked it up and turned it in later. I appreciate it. Thank you, whoever that was. I wasn't about to stop to pick it up. I started to gain confidence because I could no longer hear his free hub at the switchbacks. I just needed to stay steady and consistent. My heart started to race as I entered the final section of the trail. I had made it. Here it was, the end of the race. My heart was racing. I couldn't believe it. What an incredible day. All the time, all the hard work, the effort was coming down to this. I was so excited to see my wife and my little runt waiting for me. I had did it. I had won.
Excellent job out there. Welcome to the finish line.
Good job.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. I hope this video inspires you to get out there and try something new. Just a few short years ago, I would have never thought something like this was possible. This stuff was made for other people, not me. But if you try hard and you dedicate yourself to the process and you just stay consistent, you can do amazing things. You can do this. You can change your life. This stuff is changing my life. This is why I started this YouTube channel, is to start documenting my process and my journey, and we'll see where it takes us. Stick around, subscribe. Let's see what happens.